2016 season opener, Fort Payne Motor Speedway, Fife, Alabama. Had 20, 22, 23 pony cars show up. Crowd of cars. I can count the times in the last 5 years I've raced more than 15 cars on one hand. So that's big. That's really big, guys. So thanks to everybody for showing up. Let's hope we can keep it up. Strength in numbers. You know, maybe we keep this up. It showed this weekend we got to have heat races instead of the 2-lap qualifying. I'm not a fan of the 2-lap group qualifying. If it was actual qualifying, group qualifying like they do at some other tracks, that would be different, but I'm a big fan of heat races. I know there's some people that don't like to tear cars up in the heat races. Well, use your head when you're driving. Don't tear your car up. It's a heat race. It doesn't pay anything. But anyway, you know, on the heat races, started second row outside in a 5-car heat. They split us up. Had 3 heats of 5 cars and 1 heat of 6. Finished second in mine. Put me starting 7th in the main, 4th row inside. Had some calamity. Several complete restarts in the main. Took us forever to get that 1 lap in. For whatever reason, they were wanting to swap sheet metal and bumpers and nose pieces and tires and all the above, even on caution. There were several cars got tore up under caution. I spoke to one driver after the race. Didn't have anything to do with the incident under green flag, but because of somebody's bad decision to run over somebody under caution and turn 2 cars sideways in the middle of the track, his car got caught up in the mess. My car almost got caught up in the mess. Come on, guys. Really? But then I'm not going to get on that subject. I don't want to cause any butt hurt or anything on the first video. Probably already did, but oh well. Sorry. Shouldn't be running over people under caution. Went to the pits. Thought I had a flat after one of them got hit in the left front wheel. Knocked the toe end off. The car drove a little different and was trying to give some hand signals with a fellow driver. He thought I was telling him he had a flat. I thought he was telling me I had a flat, so I pulled off the track into the pits. I had another gentleman come over and tell me, no, all your tires are up. So I fastened the belts back on and hurried back out to the track fast as I could. Luckily, hadn't gone back to green flag racing yet, so didn't lose a lap. Got to restart back 15th or a little further back than that. There were a lot of cars between me and that leader. There were a lot of cars between me and where I was supposed to start to begin with, for that matter. Got up on the wheel, used my head, drove, and picked off cars as I could go. Had several laps there. Had Robert in the 272. He was really tough to pass. I always enjoy racing with Robert. And that was fun. There were some other cars. They were a little dirty and a little out of shape. I was a little nervous about getting around them, but for the most part, you know, hats off to everybody there. After we finally got going, there was some good racing and some clean driving going on. For the most part, there was a lot of craziness went on too. I'm not going to deduct from that. There was some crazy stuff happening. Like I said, and then ended up having to pull off the track with a flat tire and a broke header after I drove it from 15th, 16th back to 3rd. Feel like I had a for sure feeling I had a good second place car. I don't know that I could have challenged the leader, which ended up the leader, eventual winner, got thrown out with some chassis stuff. Had some trailing arms or something underneath, from what I heard, that were not we're not by the rules. That's just one of those things. You're going to take the risk to bring something like that out to race at a place that has rules, that people that actually care, that put the work in to care for their cars and make them legal. You take that risk. I've took the risk and I've got caught. Several times I've been caught. Proud to say that the last time my car got teched and got a lot of stuff looked at on it, it passed with flying colors. I've worked hard to get to that point. A lot of people have. So, you're going to bring something outside the rules and not expect for anybody to say anything about it when it's pretty obvious. It's a little out there. But, that was between the winning driver and another driver. I didn't have a dog in that fight. Still don't mean I think it was right. I don't think it was right to have cars like that there at all. I mean, I was glad we had a bunch of cars, but there were a couple there that were a little outside what needed to be there in our class. I hate to say it, but there were. That's the facts. You know, as accessible as stuff like as information is nowadays with computers. Computers you carry around in your pocket every day. Uh, there's no reason for that. You know, if you come in to shake the car down, ask the promoter if he'll give you a couple laps between sessions to shake the car down. I'm sure they would have had no problem doing that. But that may not have been the case. You may have just wanted to come up there and race and outrun all of us pure ponies or whatever we're called. Feel good about yourself, whatever. But anyway, on to the next subject. You know, overall, pretty good night. Had a good drive, good run. Car did good. Can't complain about the way the car ran. Just wish it could have run all 15 laps under full power. Would have definitely been a different outcome than a 10th place finish. Anyway, you know, thanks to my dad and granddad helping me get to where we're at this year, getting the cars ready to go, getting them up, getting them to the track. Couldn't do it without those two. Couldn't do it without the support of my wife and my little boy. They stand behind me a lot and put up with a lot of my craziness, a lot of my shenanigans that go on. They probably really shouldn't have to, but they do, and I really appreciate that. But I guess that's about all I've got for right now. I've tried to keep this short and sweet. I do like to get off on subjects and ramble and rant and rave. I'll save that for another video. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you after the next race.